What is going on, FA Nation? John Impemba here, bringing you your MLB DFS Game Day Playbook preview for the Thursday 4-game early main slate. Make sure you remember that we are not going live today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time because of the short split slates that we have here on Thursday. So we'll be back on Friday with a live show at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, we'll have the preview show for Friday as well, myself and James Grande. But with just 4 games here, Henry Wilson will be on your playbook for the 4-gamer. This will be a pretty quick show as you dump into the pitching position. Jack Flaherty is your top price starting pitcher, $10,000 going up against the Milwaukee Brewers. Logan Webb at $8,800 against the Atlanta Braves. Bryce Miller going up against the Detroit Tigers at $8,400. Max Fried against the San Francisco Giants at $8K. Tobias Myers is home against the Dodgers at $77. Jose Quintana home against the A's at $72. Mitch Spence is $6,500 on the road against the Mets. And then the Tigers are going with the opener approach. They'll have a Fiedo open. Kenta Maeda be the long reliever. Again, just 4 games. So this is an opportunity and likely scenario where you could find yourself possibly game stacking here today because there are some decent matchups. Jack Flaherty going up against the Brewers. I know Flaherty 10 strikeouts last time out, got hit around a little bit against Pittsburgh, but from a strikeout upside perspective, Flaherty has the highest ceiling of anybody on this slate here. The $10,000 and the Dodgers lineup behind him for some win equity will make him a popular choice on this 4-game slate. Logan Webb and Max Fried's the game stack I was talking about. Again, Logan Webb really starting to pitch well of late. He's keeping the ball on the ground. You keep the ball on the ground, you don't give up any home runs. Good things happen. Has not been giving up any home runs over his last 4 starts. Had the complete game shutout against Oakland, faced Washington and Detroit. Obviously, an easier schedule there over the last 3 games, but he has passed the test there with flying colors. Yes, Atlanta jumped all over Robbie Ray here on the Wednesday slate. They had the first inning grand slam from the returning Michael Harris, knocked him out before he even finished the first inning. But I would expect Logan Webb to be able to keep the ball in the yard here and hold that team down. On the flip side, you have Max Fried coming off of a really tough start against Colorado in Coors. He also struggled against Miami, but pitched pretty well against Arizona prior to going on the IL. He's back, struggling since coming off the IL, but San Francisco, a very high strikeout rate against left-handed pitching here, so could see Fried and Logan Webb as a possible game stack. If you also wanted to attack LA, which we don't often recommend, Tobias Myers here, coming off 7 1/3 shutout innings, 9 strikeouts against Cincinnati. Had faced Washington in Miami prior to that. 1 earned run allowed in those starts there. So while the Dodgers offense is certainly starting to wake up, Ohtani and Freeman hitting the ball well to get Mookie Betts back. Myers has certainly pitched well here of late if you're looking for a mid-tier option. And then, of course, Quintana. Yes, Oakland has some good bats against lefties. Brent Rooker, notably, a guy who was out of the Wednesday lineup, but certainly will be back in the lineup for Thursday. Someone to fear. But home road splits for Jose Quintana. He's been very good at home this season. 3.38 ERA over the 11 starts. Had a couple of rough road starts and favorable matchups against the Angels in Seattle. But back to the home cooking here could favor Quintana in this matchup. I'm not interested in Spence and not interested in the Detroit pitchers here. We'll build a lineup as we go. At least we'll start with the starting pitching. Miller for me against Detroit, I'm willing to ride here. And I'm going to go with Logan Webb against Atlanta. $4,100. I'm more looking to stack against Detroit here. I like Cal Raleigh at $4,700. Again, knowing that you're going to see Kenta Maeda at some point in this lineup, or in this game rather, going to favor Seattle pretty heavily here. And again, on a smaller slate, not many options for us to attack offensively. So for me, Kyle Raleigh is going to be the guy. At first base, again, a little expensive plays here. Just trying to find some value across the slate as we move along to get some of these high-priced bats in our lineup. Ohtani, Olsen, and Freeman are up there. Again, if you want to spend there, that's perfectly fine. Again, you work your way down into the mid-tier. You have Luke Raley at $3,800. Certainly could be a strong play. Justin Turner as well at $3,300. Save yourself a little bit of money there if you wanted to go and attack Seattle at the first base position. Other than that, maybe Mark Canha if you're not in on Max Fried. Again, Fried has been struggling. Canha does hit lefties pretty well here, so he's $4,000 if you wanted to attack that matchup. And then, of course, the Mets guys against Mitch Spence. At second base, Bryce Terang's your top price guy there. Not going to go him against Flaherty, but don't mind. Again, Seattle, Polanco there in that matchup against Detroit. Playing Miller, not going to go Colt Keith. Could go Gavin Lux here against Myers. Don't mind that. Zach Geloff, also don't mind that against Quintana at 34. And Jeff McNeil has been really good there as well. Let's go with Justin Turner. Let's go with Jeff McNeil here at second base. Third base position, Austin Riley, Matt Chapman, your top two price guys there. Vientos and Iglesias for the Mets. Not really going to go in Moore or Flaherty here. See value. Not a ton of value either. I guess maybe Chapman, I guess. That gives a shortstop, $4,100. Not a ton of value at shortstop here either. Arcia versus righty, Myers, Adames. I guess we go Fitzgerald. We're going to have to find some value in the outfield. Fitzgerald hits lefties, has hit lefties pretty well. We just go down to some value here. Let's see. What do we got? Daz Cameron hits lefties really well. So we got a little 3K play in Daz Cameron. We go maybe another Seattle bat. Let's see. I do like Luke Raley. He's really been hitting the ball. 1,000 OPS over the last 10. Kelnick, Fried. Andujar continues to hit the ball pretty well if you want to go more so against Quintana there. Let's go Rosarena at 49. That gives us $3,800. All right, Raley it is. We're going to stack Seattle here. Raleigh, Turner, or Rosarena, Raley. Fitzgerald and Chapman going with San Francisco. We'll go McNeil and Daz Cameron. Bryce Miller, Logan Webb up at the top. No dollars remaining. Quick lineup breakdown here for the DraftKings 4-game main slate. Make sure you check out the playbook from Henry Wilson. Get on that Discord if you have any questions. We'll have the preview slate for the full Friday slate out later on today, so make sure you check that out. Again, we'll be back live at 5 p.m. Eastern time for the Friday slate. Until then, everybody, good luck with your lineups, and we'll catch you later.